What's going on? Thank you for joining us today. Well, we're about to do some live mowing, and look, we got a new backpack blower rack from old Green Touch Industries. And look, what is this? We got pink racks from Pink Touch Industries. LOL. Actually, those are from Green Touch Industries as well. But I got the pink version because some of you guys might know or don't know, my wife was diagnosed with cancer a couple months ago, and all the proceeds that Green Touch gets from the pink racks all go to cancer research and cancer patients in Florida. So that's why I went ahead and bought those. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go. Whoops, we're gonna go ahead and get started on some live mowing here. This is a regular customer of mine. Looks like we might need to get some fuel in here, and they are on the fertilizing program. And so we went ahead and look how green that grass is. We let it grow a couple of weeks first after we fertilized it before we do our first cut. Let's go ahead and add some fuel up in here. Cancer does suck, Paul, but my wife is doing better. She's in MD Anderson in Houston, top-notch cancer facility in the world, and she is getting treatment, and she is having a good week this week. So we got 7 more months of the treatment, and hopefully we'll get that cancer out of her. And she's only 30, man. Well, she turned 30 this year, actually. Last month while in the hospital, and then our 1-year anniversary, she was also in the hospital in the same month in March. Let's get some fuel for that trimmer there. Now, a lot of you guys like to use the stick edger. Now, I have the stick edger, and I do use that, but I only use the stick edger on really overgrown edges. It's just faster with the trimmer. It's just faster using the trimmer, and you already have it in your hands. You don't have to go back to the trailer or truck to switch equipment. All right, so what I like to do is the gate for this property is on that right side, so we're going to start our edging and trimming on the left side. We're going to go ahead and start right here. Put you guys right about here, and we're going to start up here. So right now we're using the Steel FS94R. Bought it last year. Fantastic trimmer. Alright, let's get you guys over here. I am using the Red Max trimmer line here. Good stuff. Direct line of sight here so you see what's going on. We'll get to mowing here in a minute. Man, those edges turned up pretty good. Look at that. Oh, that's slick. No, there's a difference. Hold on a second. There's a difference when you're moving forward and you're edging and moving backwards. But it really has nothing to do with the direction your body's moving. It has to do with the direction that the trimmer is facing, its rotation, and when it's doing its work. Plus, when the trimmer is rotating counterclockwise and you're moving backwards, the debris, if you're moving this way and the trimmer is going counterclockwise, it's going away from you. It's delivering all that debris and cut stuff away from you while you're walking the opposite direction. That's the safest way to do it. Some people want to go the other direction. They want to go into what they're cutting. Not a good idea. I did that for a year and I always got shit hit in my face, and I did not like that. So anyways, all right, so now we're done with this edging here. We're going to go ahead and start edging up here. And since we're going backwards, then we'll end up going on that side of the house, go down the side, and then onto the other side of the house. So you always want to think of if you're wanting to move a little quicker on your properties. You know, you're like, okay, well, how can I move a little faster? Well, it's all about where you're starting and where you're ending and what you're trying to do with that equipment, whether it's mowing, trimming, edging, it doesn't matter. So if you're going forward or backwards, there's no right or wrong way. It's whatever's most comfortable for you. Okay, the gate is on that side, so we start on the opposite side. Okay, so that way when we end up on that side of the house in the front, we go right on into the back gate. That right there alone is saving time, unless you know, if you start on that side, then go over here, then back over there. It's a lot of back and forth, you know what I mean? So I always do the edging first, and then I come and do the trimming. Now it's faster to move forward when you're actually doing the thank you, Ben, thank you, Robert. It's always faster if you're moving forward with the trimmer or any equipment for that matter. It doesn't matter, it's faster. However, there are pros to cons to doing that, but with the trimmer, when you're trimming, walking forward and walking backwards is actually irrelevant. It has to do with the direction that the trimmer head is spinning and what you're trying to do. So if it's spinning counterclockwise and you're moving, if it's spinning counterclockwise and you're moving along the fence, okay, from right to left, well, that's going to kick that debris out away from the fence a good foot. If it's spinning counterclockwise and you're moving left to right, it's going to leave that cut grass laying there, and it's not going to look very good. So by kicking it out away from the fence, you mow over it. It looks fantastic. All right, so let's get back to work, and you guys are distracting me. Just kidding. Guys with me. All right, so what's going on to this other side of the house? Now, they are on my fertilizing program for the first time. So we let their grass grow about 3 weeks. Last time we cut it was 3 weeks ago. We cut it and immediately fertilized with the commercial weed and feed, Lesco. And so we wanted to wait 3 weeks, get some good rain in there. They do have an irrigation system. We repaired it last winter. Let it grow up a little bit. We're going to start cutting probably 3 to 3.5 inches tall. We'll see how it does. get around this guy right here a little bit. Alright. There's a side view of the truck and the trailer. We got some Green Touch backpack blower rack. Brand new pink Green Touch racks. Alright, so now, see, we got a little bit of these green things. Now guys, don't forget about getting that stuff there in those cracks. Alright, let's knock those out. Alright, so we're going to do the edging here and then move up this side of the house and slip right into that backyard. Now we put a brand new fence on these people's property a few months ago. And since we got to do the new fence, we put in a much larger gate so we can use the 48. Hey, that rhymes. Now, I'm about to blow you guys away. Before we mow, we're actually going to blow the grass back into the yard because it'll mulch it up really good. And whenever you have a good yard, you don't want to edge and trim, mow, and then blow the clippings back into the yard. This doesn't look that great, especially when it's overgrown like this. If it's not overgrown, very short, you can get away with that. It's no big deal. You just always want to think of, how can I be sharp with what I'm doing, All right, this will be a cool angle. We're going to start up here and then go down that way. There's also another little trick that I don't know if you guys know or not, but most of the time trimmer line will leave you a very small line when you're edging. Well, you can widen that edge. When you're edging here, all you have to do is just turn it like this. So what happens is, think of my hand here as this here going end over end, right? Well, as soon as you turn it, all of a sudden now you have a longer point from this tip down to this tip. So that's that much wider instead of being here. So that can give you an extra ½ inch of width without having to go back and make another pass. So that's just a pro tip for you guys. Just try that and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll give you that extra width and that edging. It'll look great. running low on line. I think we lost one of the, yeah, we lost one of these. But you know what? I don't know how much is left, but let's see how long we can go without having to load it back up. So let's get on the side of the house. Look at that edge. Oh, that looks good. Isn't that clean? Wait till we blow it off. That's going to be snazzy. All right, now we're just going to go right up the side. We're not going to go backwards this guy, but sometimes I will skip this part until I come, once I get to, I'll skip this part on the side that the fence is. I'll go inside, I'll do all the trimming on my way out. If I'm wanting to go backwards, then I'll catch it. If it doesn't matter to me, then I'll just catch it on forward. It just depends. See, used to, we would come in here. That's where the gate was, and I would always get stuck. Well, now we redid the fence, and the post is here, and now we got the gate over here. I never did really do the video on the fencing, but when we installed this heavy fence, we added that wheel right there. It's on a spring. That helps work the weight. Now, these guys have a lot of dogs. So what you're gonna notice is the fence a little bit is gonna follow the terrain. A little bit up, a little bit down, but they didn't care. They wanted those boards to be flush on the ground. And so that's what we gave them. See, here used to be real bad. I used to leave huge tire marks here because it was so muddy. See up here, watch. See up here, we're on higher ground, so the rain slopes down into there. So now it's always dry when we come in. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna trim this backyard moving forward, okay? Because back here really doesn't matter so much. So just hang tight, doesn't take me long. And we're only running off of one line on one end because it broke off on the other end. But just because one line cuts off, you know, it still lasts you. So it doesn't mean you have to stop. Sometimes you have just enough left to finish what you're doing, then you go reload. So we need to replace our line. But you know what? Check this out. Look how, might not be able to tell, look how gone this head is. Look, those wore out marks there. I have another head in the trailer or in the truck. We're gonna go ahead and put that on. So let's go do that, guys. Come on. And we'll get to the fun part, that mowing here in just a second. Should I use the 6, which has the chute blocker on it, or should I use 48 inside discharge? Well, if I want to spend more time, I could use the 48. I'll just have to go over it a couple times to clean everything up real good. If I use the 36 with the chute blocker on it, I won't have to do that. All right. I'm going to show you guys a tool that I really like. Turn this camera around real quick. Okay, actually we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until that head just straight up falls off. But you can see those marks. You know that day's coming. Yeah, see what's all wore out up there? It's coming. All right, so here's a tool that I like to use. I wear it on my belt, and it's a Leatherman. I picked it up at Academy for, I don't know, $54. It's got a lot of really good features on here, okay? So I use this because sometimes you guys know that getting these heads off, hold on just a sec. Whoa, snap, I dropped my phone. Oh my gosh, okay. As you guys know, getting these heads off can be a pain because you know you got to push down on this spot right here. Well, when you get this out, that's it, done. Now, I flip it back over upside down because those tabs will want to come out. But yeah, look at that, boy. Ooh, it looks like a flying saucer. All right. Yeah, there wasn't enough to do anything else. All right, let's get this loaded up. Now, we're going to use some new Husqvarna line. Now, a lot of you guys, you know, probably watch Exterminator. I like his channel. He's a big Husky fan, so am I. That's not because we're big. So we're going to use this Husqvarna Titanium, Titanium X Pro. It does have another polymer inside, as you can see here. I know it's kind of hard to tell because of the focus, but and we normally get away from me walking. We normally can do 3 arm lengths inside that. So we're just going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say, well, Kevin, how come you don't have one of the big spool holder rack thingamabobs? Well, I do, but I just don't want my stuff, my line outside, you know, in the weather and, you know, someone else to be jacking it. You know, I do have one of those, but I do have my earplugs in, so I can't hear y'all talking. I couldn't hear you talking anyways. Little joke there. So I just got done eating at Whataburger. I had just a burger, and then I had one of their shakes, Dr. Pepper shake. Well, that was good. How you doing, Mastering Lawn? Super glue. Hold on. He says super glue a washer. Yes, some guys have said that with the bolt, a bolt on it at the end or something like that. Yeah, this one was kind of getting far gone, but I think on the next one I may do that, Ben. I do have hold on. I do have the Steels version of the auto cut. I think it's C-26C or 2 or something like that. It's like a speed feed, and I did a video on that, but I don't like it because it hurts my fingers when I go to wind it up. It's the only reason why. And it's kind of bulky, you know. It's a shame you can't put like the Echo speed feed heads on the steel trimmers. That would be awesome. Okay, let's see here. Got a little excess off. Let's cut that off. All right. Okay, guys. Let's get to that backyard. Now, I used to have one of those lanyards attached to this thing, like janitors have, but I took it off because it kept getting in the way. So when you do put your thing back on, and you have the part that has the clip, put it back on the outside. So that way it has a little extra. Wasn't trying to show you my back pockets or anything. Has a little extra way to hold on, because that's 55 bucks, man. You don't want to lose that, Jack. All right, let's get this back in our trimmer here. Yeah, we'll need to replace this probably by the end of the day. And I use gloves a lot, especially mowing and trimming, because, man, you never know what you need to touch, what you need to grab, what you need to get out of the way. And if you need to unclog your mower deck or something, or blades in the way, or I take my discharge chute off, you know, I mean, you got touching the stuff. I mean, imagine the stuff you mow over: dog poop, grass, this and that. Well, you don't mow over the actual dog, but the dog poop. And you know, you need to protect your hands, and then you go to eat on top of that. Ugh. All right, let's get to that backyard. Get to cutting. Let's get to cutting. So what is everybody up to today? It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Now, for some of you who don't know, I'm only working 4 days a week now, because my wife got cancer about 2 months ago, and it's kind of, you know, we need to adjust our schedule a little bit. And so that's what we're going to be doing. So 4 days a week now, that's all we're working. And I maxed on the amount of properties that we're actually doing. All right, so let's get to cutting, guys. Actually, I think I'll put you right here. Actually, you know what? Just so you have a little bit better view, just hang with me while I'm sitting here doing this. Here we go. Won't take me long, and we'll get to mowing, and then that'll look really good. Whatever questions you guys have, I'll have to answer later, but I can go back and do that. Guys, it wouldn't take long, like 2 seconds. And then we just hit this on the outside real quick. Done with that trimmer. Let's get this gate closed. See, that wheel that's on the gate, not only is it spring assist, so that way the wheel can move to the contour shape of the ground, but it also swivels. So it has 360-degree movement, which is perfect. If you put just a stationary wheel on there, it's going to create a lot of binding, and it's not going to work good. It'll probably tear itself right off the gate. All right, guys, let's get unloaded, man. We need to grab the blower. Oh, I'm gonna show you something. You know, I've had the Equipment Defender for 2 years. I just purchased the Green Touch, and I tell you what, I like them both. I don't like one more than the other because they're both fantastic products. They have their pros and cons, but ultimately, other than the functionality of it, the most important thing is that both of them, I feel, do a good job of securing your stuff, and that's what matters. You know, sure, there may be a component, you know, a product or two that may be a little easier, you know, to open, like the backpack blower rack. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. Here's one thing I also like. I could do on the Equipment Defender as well as this one, is I like to start it on here, then take it off. So much easier instead of taking it off, put it on the ground, start it, throwing it back on the ground.
Okay, now we're gonna blow the grass back into the yard. Why would you do that? Because
look at all that stuff. Think about it. Look at all that junk grass. Now remember, the camera's not gonna pick up what I can see here. There's a lot more grass here than you think. So by throwing this back into the yard and then mulching it, it'll be so clean. People are saying, but Kev, you're doing double the work on the blowing. Well, yes and no. One, when I actually blow the second time, there'll hardly be anything on the ground. The other side to that is if I blow back in the yard after I mow, it looks horrible. So the other alternative is to rake it and bag it. This guy is not doing it. So, I've been doing this for 3 years full time, and I'm telling you, this is the better route to go. It'll look better, and it'll just be, sometimes you got to spend those extra few minutes, you know what I mean? Mowing here in just a minute. tell right now, there's 1 or 2 spots I gotta re-trim on the edge. Right here, and then there's one other spot. Just a couple of stragglers going down there. That happens when the grass is overgrown. So sometimes when it's just that little bit, I'll wait until I'm done mowing, because sometimes the mower will catch that. It'll draw it up into that deck and cut it. So I'm gonna wait, but if I have to, I'll go back with the trimmer. It'll take about a second. Oh. I didn't realize it was that long. All right, guys, I'm gonna use a 36, and we're gonna cut this baby at 3 inches. So let's hear what we got on questions. Maybe we can answer some questions here. Hey, Gordon, how you doing? Hey, Tino, thank you. Let's see here. What's up, Melvin? Thank you, brother. All right, Pioneer, crispy lines. Yeah, I like that too. How you doing, Graveson? I do have the speed feed on my 3020. It's on there, and I have another smaller speed feed as well. Yeah, Ben, they have a bunch of small Pomeranians. I think they got like 10 dogs. They poop all over the place. All over the place. Sitting at Children's Hospital with my... Man, Graveson, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. My nephew had leukemia. In fact, he had the same kind that my wife does. You know, that 3 days a week, man, that gets old real quick. Thanks, Luke. What's up, Francisco? Yeah, brother, get that schedule. I will, Mastering Lawn Care. I sure will do that. Yeah, I've seen that. You got it, Paul. We will do that. What's up, Kevin? Grassology. Thank you, Melvin. Yeah, those edges turn up pretty sharp. Wait till everything's mowed down. It'll be really nice. How you doing, Aaron? It's the 150 BT Husky. I also just ordered the 580 BTS. It'll be here by the end of the week. What model is that Husky? Oh, really looks nice. Yeah, it does well. I've had it about 1.5 years. Exactly, Ben. It's like, why even do that? Why even if you're not going to make it look sharp? I agree, Ben. Thank you, brother. I know, right, Ben? When I talked to Jordan on Facebook Messenger, so any of you guys, let's hear, any of you guys looking for a Green Touch, like, now I'm not affiliated with Green Touch in any way. I don't get any promos. I don't do 10%. I don't do none of that jazz, okay? I like different products. I like Equipment Defender. I used them for 2 years. I went through 2 sets. I know Dave and Matt really well up there. They mail me replacement parts all the time. Didn't cost me anything. But and great customer service, and I like their stuff too. But I wanted to go with something different. And when Jordan said, "Hey man, we got these pink ones," because I was interested in the ones that Ben has, the orange ones, and they said, "No, we don't. We got the pink ones." They told me all about them. So you want to contact Jordan. He's the one that can square you away on that stuff. Yeah, let's. All right, guys, let's get to mowing. 36. What we're going to do is we're going to use the 36 in the front. We're going to use the 36 in the front with the 48 in the back, because I don't have to take off the discharge tube on the 36. And the back is a little bit thicker than the front. So I need that power, I need that width, and I need those triple blades to knock it out. So let's set you guys up over here. We like to do the, again, just like the trimming. Start on one side. You want to divide the house in like thirds, okay? You got the left side of the driveway, the right side of the driveway, and the backyard. Never go in the backyard until the front is completely done.
When you're on the one side of the driveway, don't go on the other side until the other side is done first. That way you're not backtracking.
That makes a big difference when you're on that in that time. All right, let's go. Let's put you guys somewhere over here. This ought to work. About the best I could do right now.
Because the grass is pretty thick and I don't want to have to go over it multiple times, we're going to take the discharge chute off.
Now the reason I was going backwards is so it wouldn't charge into the sidewalk, in case y'all were wondering.
here's a neat little pro tip I'm going to show you guys. When you're running 2 mowers, they've got to have keys. Have a full set on 2 different key rings. So like as you can see here, you know, you don't want to just shut an engine off, right? Because it could backfire, and you know, you want it to cool off for a second. So I got my other set right here. It could cool off while I'm getting the other mower. Alright, let's go do it. 48.
What about 36?
Got this grass under control. Sometimes when you're out doing properties, you gotta take a little extra time to, you know, you don't have to do it all the time. Sometimes, you know, the yard takes a couple extra minutes. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna put you guys like right here or something. Maybe like something like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Might look good. All right, let's do this.
bit, and then we're out of here. We're actually going to go a tad bit shorter. I just remembered she wanted me to cut it a little bit shorter because of the dog. So we're going to back up here. We're going to go just a tad bit shorter. Do a couple more passes. Alright, we got it knocked down for those doggies. That should last us. Now, I only cut it for 2 weeks, so I'll try cutting it at the short as okay. I mean, it's still going to grow wherever it's going to grow. But I wanted to go a little shorter. We shall do it a little shorter.
Oh, the yard is looking good.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put this bad boy up. Pull out that string trimmer for those couple of areas, blow everything back, and then we're good to go. Now, these two things are on there, so I got to put them off. see if we can find this spot. I think it's just
Good here. I think it's just those couple of spots right there.
I think that was it. Grab this blower. Let's do this.
Get it over. We spent a lot of time here hanging out with you guys.
about to rain. We got rain coming in. Right, almost done. Question to ask you guys when we get in the truck. Might be an interesting question. It has to do with doing YouTube Live. Let's see here. Now remember guys, I didn't do a video, but I did this fence a couple months back. it's raining, so we might not be able to do other properties. Well, it's only drizzling. I mean, I've worked even as it's drizzling right now. See that rain? That's nothing. I'll work in that as long as it's not like, you know what I'm saying, 40 days and 40 nights kind of thing. But we could be on the other side of town and not even rain a drop. So, you know, even when it's like this, we still continue on. We go to our next property, see what it looks like. If that's too bad, we'll go to the next one. Now, if it's just straight up downpour, well, we'll know, you know, we're probably done for the day and we'll go in. But when it's like this, you know, it's probably gonna blow over. So we'll keep on going. See what we got. Okay guys, let's get you in the truck. Really starting to come down now. All right, hold on. Hold on guys. Let's flip this around. All right, we're in the truck, but hold on, I got some questions to ask you. All right. Oh, let's start this up. All right, so, see, I was gonna wait till we were done to ask you guys this, but what are you guys thinking about? What do you guys think about if I did a live video from the time, you know, I get up, you know, maybe not get up per se, but, you know, get ready to leave the house, you know, get ready to leave the house, you know, get in the garage, get stuff loaded up. So at that point, go live and then run live all day. So you'll get to see every single property that I do in that day, You know, I don't know, hold on. There we go. I don't know if, thank you, appreciate that. You know, I don't know if that will interest some of you guys. You know, some people want to say it's going to be all day. It'll be from like 8 till 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll have to keep the phone on charge as often as I can. But let's see here. Let's check out some of these. Let's see here. Gravelison, I hope your son gets well and you guys beat that cancer, bro. Let's see here. Thank you, Ben. Oh, we're getting up here. Oh, there's Kevin. Let's see here. Let's see here. Paint GT, is that the 150? Yes. Late typical. Yeah, you are, Dan. LOL. Looks like laid down carpet. Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes it does. Appreciate that, man. When the camera points at you or your face, we can't hear as well. It's because the mic is on front. That's true. Okay, well, jeez. Whew. I was thirsty. Okay. Yeah, the mic is on the other side. That's crazy. Sorry about that, man. Plus, it's a little windy outside. Thank you, Acme. I appreciate that. Mr. Ben. Thanks, Mastering Lawn Care. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Okay. So what do you guys think about hydration is key? Tell me about it. I spent 3 years in the infantry. I know all about that. Okay. What do you guys think about me running live YouTube all day? So, like, my next day would be Monday. Now, Monday, let's see here. Monday we have 5 yards to do. We have our commercial property, and then we have two corner lots to do, and then 2 regular size lots to do. So it won't be an all day thing, but it'll be kind of a fun day thing. But anyways, if you guys want to do that, just let me know. I think we're about to sign off here. This is just a yard that I've been doing for a couple of years. And, you know, here's one thing that you guys probably didn't know. The guy here, Dave, and his wife, Alexa, she's a nurse practitioner in LaPorte, which is a couple hours from here.
and then he was a Marine in he was a Marine. He was in the Marines for a while, then got out, and then he got into EMS. He was a medic in the Marines. Anyways, well, he's a supervisor for an EMS company around here called Concord EMS. And when I was trying to get my wife from Memorial Hermann to MD Anderson, once we found out she had cancer, we had insurance, but we didn't have insurance at the time. And but since then it's been squared away. But at that time, it hadn't gone through yet, and they were approving everything for the previous 6 months. Well, I had no way. Ambulance wouldn't take her down there. The hospital wouldn't even accept the transfer because there's no insurance. And I'm like, look, there is insurance. I'm trying to get it squared away. They're like, no, I'll tell you the story another time, the whole cancer thing and the hospitals and stuff. But just real quick about this customer. So I called Alexa, said, hey, I need Dave's help. So I got a hold of Dave on the phone, told him what I had going on. I said, dude, we have insurance. Is there a way you could just, get my wife down there through the ER so they can get her in the hospital, and then I can settle up payment? He says, dude, don't even worry about it, man. Let's, where you at, what room number, and I'll send 2 technicians there to pick her up on the gurney and get her down. So that's exactly what he did. And so he did that, got her down through the ER. They almost wouldn't even let us in at MD Anderson, but they did. But anyways, like I said, I'll tell you guys that story. So I'm glad I knew him, and he was able to make that happen. So every time, think about it this way, guys. Whenever you have a customer, think of it like there's a new relationship waiting to be nurtured, waiting for you to learn that person. It's not just an extra $40. Like this lot is $50 that I pay. I'm sorry, $45 that I charged him. It normally didn't take me this long, just because I was running the camera and stuff. But they're also on my fertilizing program, so I attend to their yard 4 to 5 times a year with product, either for the top of the grass or the root system. So there's that, plus the mowing. Plus I built their fence, and they want a French drain. So those are really good customers. But every customer you get, you want to learn about them. You want to build good relationships with them, because you never know when one might be able to help you out, and you never know if you might be able to help them out, or a family member out, or whatever. I'll do another video another time about building bridges and building relationships with your customers, and how you can find out if you really are as good as you think you are in your industry. And there's some key points to pick up on that a lot of you guys may not know about. But anyways, I'll say that for another time. So let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to run an all-day live YouTube video, and we can do that next week. Next week, my regular properties. I got some corner lots. Chuck, I do have an acre property. That'd be a lot of camera moving around. The battery may go low on that one. But anyways, maybe on one of these other days where it's not so many large properties. That way I keep you guys plugged in. But let me know what you guys think. If you want me to do that, the live stream would be interesting. It would show the real life problems and things like that. Then you can cut it down and make a blog or something after that. That's true. That's so true. There is a aftermarket additional battery thing or whatever I can plug into this one, or maybe it's my other phone. I don't remember. They can give longer life on it. But as long as the phone will be live, it could do about an hour. Then I'll have to put it on charge. So for the properties, that are a little larger, I can put it back in there. But if I have to put it on charge and I still got to do property, I don't want you guys to be sitting in the truck. Although I could have the music playing and charging, radio playing and charging, and then I'll say, hey, I'll be back, in 20 minutes or whatever. And it could be like a break. You guys go make a sandwich or something. But anyways, yeah, that would be very interesting. I'll see if I can put together some good properties, or put you guys on a day where we have something like that, towards interesting and not just boring. But yeah, and you'll be able to hear, if I did it on another phone, well, if I get a phone call, it may cut my live stream off. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know, it'd be interesting. Maybe I can, and I don't have a phone service on my other phone to where you guys can actually listen on how I handle phone calls and phone conversations. And I downloaded an app the other day to use that, so I can upload those phone conversations that these customers are unaware of onto YouTube and talk about those, and how you're able to navigate through a conversation to get different answers, or to totally avoid that type of customer, that type of property, and how to really do that without sounding like some jackass. But the apps weren't playing back that well. But I don't know, I'll keep searching. Maybe I can find a voice recorder, but it needs to come on automatic when someone calls me, so I don't know. We'll still keep looking. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the live video. If you have any questions, let me know. I just put a video out last night when we found that dead rat. You know, that was lovely. But we cut that property every 2 weeks now. But this one we'll be cutting for a couple years. But anyways, guys, I'm Kevin with Texas Vet and Power Outdoors. I appreciate every one of you watching today, and I appreciate every one of you guys who have sent prayers for my wife and who have donated, you know, in the benefit to help. And I think that's fantastic, and I love each and every one of you guys for following me along. So I'm about to sign out. It is still drizzling. I'm gonna try to do some other properties. We'll see when I get there. But anyways, you guys take